today we're going to be taking a look at the Napoleon Bonafrog and Attila action figures from NECA Toys. This completes the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon line of frogs. Previously we got Genghis and Rasputin, now we got Napoleon and Attila, so we can complete the lineup of the 4 punk frogs. And it's always been humorous to me that they were called punk frogs because they dressed and sounded like surfer dudes, so it's not like they were walking around wearing leather vests and had spiked, studs all over their jackets and mohawks and things like that, like the 80s punk rock scene. But regardless, these are Target exclusives in the United States, supposed to be out in Target stores in August sometime. I actually ordered this overseas where it had already been released, paid a little extra, but at least I don't have to drive to a Target store looking for this 2-pack every week. We got the same standard packaging that we've seen for all the standard Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA Toys cartoon lines. You got little pictures of the characters here in the left and the right hand corner. You got the Ninja Turtles logo up there on the top. You got a nice little action shot of both the left and the right of each character, and then we have a glam shot on the back. And then we have the cross sell of some other figures that have also been released in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon line. And then we have the brief description of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. On the bottom here, we can see that the sculptor and fabricator of this 2-pack was Josh Sutton, and then you got your paint, your legalese and everything. But let's go ahead and get them out of the plastic prison and check them out up close and personal. And now we have them out of their plastic prison. We have all 4 punk frogs. We got Napoleon, we got Attila, we got Rasputin, we got Genghis, and they look fantastic. I mean, never in a million years did I think we would get so far deep into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon that we would have all 4 of these action figures released in such great detail from NECA Toys. So I'm absolutely loving it. Bring on the rest of the cartoon series because I'm all in for this. I mean, I'm still, like I said, I'm absolutely flabbergasted that we're getting these figures, or we're getting all of these figures from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. They look great. They all have their individual different, characteristics, skin tone, as well as your t-shirt and everything. But they all have their, their necklaces, their bowling-esque looking t-shirts, and they all look great. Articulation is going to be the same across the board. Head is on a ball joint, but I should show you the ball joint actually sticks out instead of straight up, so it is going to limit some of the mobility and articulation of the head. So namely when you're looking up and down, so that's as far down as he's going to be able to look. And not going to be able to look very far up. Obviously, I just decapitated the frog and I'm very apologetic. Please don't report me to PETA. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're not going to get a whole lot of up and down. You'll get some side-to-side twists that kind of changes the expression and the personality of the character, but you're not going to get a lot of up and down. And let's be real, looking at these frogs, I mean, these guys don't really have a neck. It's just like shoulders and head. And that's not a fault of neck or anything like that. That's just the way these characters were designed. So the shoulder is going to go up and out, 360-degree rotation of the shoulder. You're also going to have a 360-degree rotation at the bicep. Going to have a single hinge joint at the elbow, a 360-degree rotation at the wrist, a horizontal hinge at the wrist. The upper torso is going to be able to spin 360 degrees around. You're going to get a little bit of a crunching action, but not a whole lot. So it's just a little bit forward, a little bit back. Lower torso is all one piece. Legs are going to kick forward, so that far forward. Not really going to go too far back because it's going to hit the diaper there. Going to be able to hit a nice split because we are on a ball and socket joint, so that is nice. We do have double jointed knees, so you'll get the frogs to almost kick their butts. I mean, it's very close. So double jointed knees, a 360-degree thigh cut hidden underneath the short there, and then we're going to have a hinge for the foot, so up and down. And we also have some rocking side to side and standard peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So great articulation. Easy to pose these guys. The feet is a little bit difficult because they are so narrow, so you will have to kind of give them a wide stance to get them to stand upright as I struggle there. But both figures coming over here, great details. Like I said, the cell shading, so you get the darker coloring on the back side and the lighter coloring on the front side, but holding them up side by side, you can see the skin tones just slightly different between the two. And obviously it is a large difference between the other characters in the back there. We got the little details like the discolored, or not discolored, but the mismatched color bracelets. So each one has their own individual, color coordinated bracelets to make them all a little more unique and easier to differentiate. You got your cell shaded line work here on the shorts to make it really cartoon-esque. And again, the double shade of the blue on the front and the back. Same thing with the purple here. So we got the darker purple on the back side, lighter purple on the front side. So they do a great job. I'm not really seeing any issues with line paint jobs, you know, any of these black lines just going crazy. Everything looks good. You can technically take this vest off if you wanted to, but all these frogs would look weird because then they would just have like the short sleeves over their shoulder and no vest. So definitely don't want to do that because it would just look silly, but you know, whatever. I guess whatever makes you happy. And of course, it wouldn't be a NECA toy release without an absurd amount of accessories, and these are no different. So let's go ahead and start with Napoleon. You get to a different head sculpt, easy to pop on and off. Basically, it just changes the mouth, the expression, the eyes. They're more wide open. He's got that, you know, that grimace expression there on his face. You get an unmutated frog, little happy frog. This is, you know, each one comes with their own individual unmutated frog, so you can see them in their past life before they ran into the mutagen. We get a money bag, so they were living a life of crime as they met Shredder. Typically, a lot of these characters in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon were bad guys before they transition into good guys. You also get 2 closed fists. And he also comes with 2 hang loose Shaka symbol hands. So again, punk frogs, but really they're more surfer frogs, but punk frogs is what they've always been called. And then we have this book here, soft plastic. You can actually bend it, almost close it, but it will transform back into the open pages. So you got a picture of the 4 frogs here. You got a picture of a Ninja Turtle and Rocksteady and Bebop, and you know, just a nice little photo album, nice little memento. Nothing on the front cover there. Then he comes with his whip, and it does have, you know, a wire in there so you can change the form of the whip. So we got the brown handle, and we've got the gray tips there, but in the packaging it looks like a muffler because it's bent like this, but it is the wire. Like I said, you can spin it around and it keeps its form, so you can pose that however you want with the character, which is great. It's all nice and soft and pliable. All sorts of things you can do with that. And then for Attila, he has a different head as well, different expression. So you can hold them side by side. You can see slightly different, the mouths, the eyes and everything. One's a little more reserved, the other one's a little more excitable. So that is one head. Then he comes with his mace, has a metal chain and everything. Swings around, feels nice and sturdy, doesn't feel like it's gonna rip out of the handle, so that's good. So we got a nice solid mace there for Attila. Again, comes with his own version of the unmutated frog, and again, just like them in the mutated form, the skin tone of the frogs themselves, they are, you know, unique to each frog. They're not the exact same colorway, so that is a nice little detail. And then he also has some interchangeable hands, so we have open gripping hands right here. Then he comes with 2 thumbs up hands, so a nice little 2 thumbs up. And of course, yet again, with the money bag, because yes, they were all thieves. So absolutely ecstatic to have all 4 of these frogs. Like I said, we got, you know, Rasputin and Genghis earlier, but now I've got all 4 of the frogs living it up. So we can have a party with the Ninja Turtles. We can create all sorts of great, you know, dioramas. We got tons of accessories. We got some cool weapons. Absolutely must have. You definitely got to get these figures. Like I said, I bought these overseas, imported them from China, paid a little extra, but it wasn't like I was paying those eBay scalper prices. So if you're interested in picking up these figures, which I highly recommend you do, I'll put product links down in the video description box below to help you out. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful, and as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.